सन बंध मोक्ष प्रद सर्व पर माया प्रेरक सेवा। धर्म ते बिरति जोग ते ज्ञान, ज्ञान मोक्ष प्रद वेद बखान। जाते बेगी द्रवाऊं मैं भाई, सो मम भगति भगत सुखदाई। सो सुतंत्र अवलंब न आन। अनुपम सुख मूला, मिलई जो संत होई अनुकूला। भगत की साधन सो बखानी, सुगम पंथ मोहि आवहि प्राणी। प्रथम ही वे प्रचरण अति प्रीति, निज निज कर्म निरत श्रुति देहि। तेहि कर फल पुनि विषय वे।
ओके ठीक है। और अब आप भी कहीं शांति वगैरह तो नहीं?
भज मन राम, भज मन राम, भज मन राम, भज मन राम। पांडुरंग श्रीरंग भज मन राम, पांडुरंग श्रीरंग भज मन राम। भज मन राम, भज मन राम, भज मन राम, भज मन राम। पांडुरंग श्रीरंग भज मन राम। भज मन यदुवर, भज मन मुरहर, भज मन यदुवर, भज मन मुरहर, भज मन रघुवर, भज मन राम, भज मन रघुवर, भज मन राम, भज मन राम, भज मन राम, भज मन राम, भज मन राम। पांडुरंग श्रीरंग भज मन राम। भज मन गोविंद, भज मन आनंद, भज मन गोविंद, भज मन आनंद, भज मन मुकुंद, भज मन राम, भज मन मुकुंद, भज मन राम, भज मन राम, भज मन राम। पांडुरंग श्रीरंग भज मन राम। भज मन यादव, भज मन माधव, भज मन यादव, भज मन माधव, भज मन केशव, भज मन राम, भज मन केशव, भज मन राम, भज मन राम, भज मन राम। पांडुरंग श्रीरंग भज मन राम, पांडुरंग श्रीरंग भज मन राम। भज मन निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् गुरुदेवाय नमो नमः 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 गुरुदेवाय परमेश्वर नमो नमः हे परमेश्वर नमो नमः हे परमेश्वर नमो नमः हे परमेश्वर नमो नमः हे जगदीश्वर नमो नमः हे जगदीश्वर नमो जगदीश्वर नमो नमः गुरुदेवाय नमो नमः गुरुदेवाय नमो नमः हे परमेश्वर नमो नमः हे परमेश्वर नमो नमः हे परमेश्वर नमो परमेश्वर नमो नमः हे जगदीश्वर नमो नमः हे जगदीश्वर नमो नमः हे जगदीश्वर नमो नमः हे जगदीश्वर नमो नमः सद्गुरुनाथा सद्गुरुनाथा नमो नमः सद्गुरुनाथा नमो नमः सद्गुरुनाथा नमो नमः सद्गुरुनाथा नमो नमः
जय गुरुनाथा नमो नमः
जय गुरुनाथा नमो नमः
गुरुदेवाय नमो नमः
गुरुदेवाय नमो नमः
हे हे जगदीश्वर नमो नमः
हे जगदीश्वर नमो नमः
ॐ गुरुनाथा जय गुरुनाथा
गुरुदेवाय नमो
गुरुनाथा ॐ गुरुनाथा जय गुरुनाथा
जय गुरुनाथा जय गुरुनाथा
श्री 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 गुरुनाथा जय गुरुनाथा श्री गुरुनाथा जय गुरुनाथा जय 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 सद्गुरुनाथा
जय 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 सद्गुरुनाथ
जय 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 सद्गुरुनाथा
जय 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 सद्गुरुनाथ
जय 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 सद्गुरुनाथा
जय 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 सद्गुरुनाथ
श्री गुरुनाथा जय गुरुनाथा
श्री गुरुनाथ सद्गुरुनाथ
ॐ गुरुनाथा जय गुरुनाथा ॐ गुरुनाथा जय गुरुनाथा मम गुरुनाथा जय गुरुनाथा मम
गुरुनाथ सद्गुरुनाथ
गुरुदेवाय नमो नमः
गुरुदेवाय नमो नमः
गुरुदेवाय नमो नमः
गुरुदेवाय नमो नमः
नमो
नमो
नमो नमः
नमो नमः
नमो नमः
नमो नमः
नमो नमः श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो
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 यशोदा के बाद दर्शन दीजो
यशोदा के बाल दर्शन दीजो
यशोदा के बाद दर्शन दीजो
यशोदा के बाल दर्शन दीजो
प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो
प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो
नटवर लाल दर्शन दीजो
नटवार लाल दर्शन
नटवरलाल दर्शन दीजो
नटवरलाल दर्शन दीजो
नटवरलाल दर्शन दीजो
नटवरलाल दर्शन दीजो
गिरिधर दर्शन दीजो
गिरिधर वाल दर्शन दीजो
गिरिधर दर्शन दीजो
गिरिधर वाल दर्शन दीजो
हरे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो
हरे नंदलाल दर्शन दीजो
कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
ओम नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
ओम नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे
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 नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
ओम नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे जय जय
गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोविंद हरे जय जय गोपाल हरे
नारायण 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 नारायण
नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
नारायण नारायण जय जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोविंद हरे 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 जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोपाल हरे
जय जय गोपाल हरे हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
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 Rama Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram
Hare Rama Rama Ram Sita Ram 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 Ram
Hare Rama Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai
Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai
Hari Om. A very warm welcome to all of you to the penultimate day of the Timeless Questions, Eternal Answers Yajna. The talks will be starting very soon, so please can I kindly request you to take your seats and check that your mobile phones are switched off. Hari Om.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि भरणो रघुवर बिमल जसु जो दायक फल चारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बलधाम अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराज कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साज शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप
Hari Om and welcome. May I kindly request you to please be upstanding.
Please. ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ओम दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे तु जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनं। हरिः ओम्। श्री राम जय जय राम।
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 श्री राम
श्री राम जय जय राम।
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 जय जय राम। बलरामचंद्र की, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की। In this episode, Sri Rama Gita, we find Lakshmana, the younger brother of Lord Sri Rama, asking a few clarifications on spiritual matters. He wants to know what is the very essence of knowledge, dispassion, the Maya power, devotion, and what is the difference between man and God. He wants to know all these to attain full enlightenment and to develop greater and greater love and devotion for the Lord. Now, out of these 5 questions, we have already seen the answers to 3. Now, those who have been listening to it every day here, or they are live, they are webcasting, telecasting, what are they doing? So some people are watching everywhere. That's what I'm told. So if you have listened to all these 3 lectures, then you know the 3 questions are answered. Which are the 3? What is Maya? Maya, one aspect of Maya is the creative power of the Lord, which creates the whole world, about which there is no problem. But the other Maya is of the nature of ignorance. Our attachment to our own body, attachment to things and beings and likes and dislikes, they really create our problems. And this avidya, ignorance, can be removed by knowledge. And the essence of knowledge is not reading or writing too much, but when we rise above our identification, attachment to our body, our mind, and also able to see the one truth, one self that is present in all, which gives rise to the great love for all, then that is called knowledge. And dispassion, detachment, non-attachment is not something called indifference or no feeling for anybody. That is not what called dispassion. But there is objectivity, impartiality. And we rise above our personal likes and dislikes. See, likes and dislikes, they are opposed to each other. Vairagya is, dispassion is rising above both of them. Like how the attitude we have towards the toys of our childhood, that's called dispassion. But when we have that type of detachment towards everything, then that's called supreme dispassion. Up to that we have seen. Now we are in the question of what is the difference between man and God. Here it was briefly said, Maya isana aap kahu, jaan kahiya so jeev, bandha mocha prada sarva para, Maya prerak siv. That's how Tulsidaji writes. The jiva, the individual being that this individual being is what? The one nature of individual being is ignorance. Even though the person thinks that he knows a lot. Right? And man has got so much of, pride and feeling that he knows everything. And among men, human beings also, the young children know everything. Do you know that? It is said in old age, man thinks he knows nothing. In adulthood, he wonders really he knows. Only the young ones thinks that he knows everything. That's why one day one father was talking to his young son, let us discuss about life. And he said, okay, what do you want to know? So the young knows everything. But really we are ignorant. We don't know what this world is, what Maya is, even what God is, what I am, even about our own self also we don't have very clear understanding. All only notions we have got, concepts we have got. So that is called Jiva. Maya Isana Aap Kahu Jana Kahi Aso Jeev. And Bandha Moksha Prada. Prada means the one who gives bondage and liberation, or liberation from bondage. The one who is the one who presides over all actions and the giver of results of actions, that is called God. Maya Preraka, and he is the motivator of the creative power, the total creative power called Maya. It's called Shiva, most auspicious. Now you see, as far as a person is asked, do you exist? No doubt about it. Of course I exist. Does this world exist? Of course, about that also there is no doubt. Does God exist? Wait a minute. About that there is always a doubt is there, and various concepts are there, views are there, from time immemorial. Remember, ever since the world, I think, came into existence, about God, there is always a doubt. And some people are very sure that it doesn't exist. There is no such God. God, there is no God. They are 100% sure. And there are other 100% sure he is. In between there are got doubts. I am agnostic. I don't know, I got a doubt. Sometimes I feel, I think, sometimes I feel. So there are certain. And the people, those who don't believe in God, they keep on asking, what is the evidence of existence of God? And one thing is, anything you say, they'll say, but I don't accept it. Then what will you do? Because some people are there always, whatever you say, the first is deny, I don't accept this. They will go on telling something and they say, no. Then what will you do? Which is that evidence that will prove and all that. So nowadays, I have learned from my experience, if someone says God doesn't exist, I said yes, for you. Finish the matter. If you say it doesn't exist, all right. No, you prove, but why should I prove? Why should I prove? I don't have any doubt. And if you have a doubt whether it exists or not, you should inquire. I don't have any doubt. I don't have to prove anything. So the point is, it will be doubtful. But one thought came to my mind. The very fact we have got a doubt whether God exists or not shows that he exists. Huh? Because if something totally non-existent, we don't have any doubt. Huh? Do men have got horns? A doubt is there. Is there doubt? No. Because they are totally non-existent. Does man have a head? Yes. Because if something is, then there is no doubt. Something not there, then also no doubt. But the very fact there is, so there has to be something. Anyway, I take it for granted, all of you sitting here, you don't need any evidence of all that. But if you need, then you find out. But I'll tell you here one thing, what is said as far as the existence of God is concerned, the one means of knowledge is only the scriptures. Second is, I want some reasoning, some logical thinking also. And if some still does not exist, does not accept, then you can do nothing about it. It is some person's, whatever you say, I don't accept it. Then you can do nothing about it. Now let us start from ourselves. I exist. What do you mean by I? So one is called my body is there. My mind also is there. Right? With reference to my body, all the power of action, power, strength, and all that belongs to the body. So therefore, how much my strength will be, that will be limited. Whatever is my body's strength, it will be my strength. When I'm a baby, a childhood, see how much strength, energy. When youth, different. Again, old age, our strength goes down. But whatever the strength of the body, the weight of the body and all that, that will be my strength. Does it remain the same? No, it goes on changing also. But whatever changes, but it is limited only. There was a man, he was called Mullah Nasruddin. He said to his friend, now he was 80-year-old, he said, when I was 25-year-old, the strength I had, the same strength I have even now. Right? So his friend said, don't bluff. You can't even, your hand is shaking, how can you say you have the same strength? He said, I will prove it. He said, you see that big rock? Yes. I could not lift it at that time. Now also I cannot lift it. So my strength is same. Now with reference to my mind and intellect, my power of knowing also will be limited, no? My body, so my karma shakti is limited, power of action, power of knowing also. I do not know the whole thing, everything. I may be knowing about certain subjects and all that, not everything. So I am not all knowing, little knowing. Now what is the thinking is, I am here, the master of my body, master of my mind, means I am the one who has this, I am wielding that, and through which I am working and functioning. Right. Now the question is, this body has come from where? This individual body. If you look into it, it is the composition, product of the 5 elements, which are total. Space, air, fire, water, earth. Without this totality of all the elements, our individual body cannot exist. So what we find, if there is one who is the Lord of individual body, master of individual body, you think the totality just exists just like that? So the one, the Lord, his body, do you know what? The whole universe is his body. Ours is only one, this little body, Somebody may say, I am 7 foot tall. So, maybe 7, 8, but still limited only. But this individual body has come from the total universe, and that is the body. And who is the master of that? There has to be someone, and that master of the totality is called God. Remember, any individual also can come from total only. So many waves put together, do they make an ocean? Or a vast ocean is there in which many waves rise? What is that? Tell me. Oh, vast ocean is there, in that many waves rise. You can't say many waves came together and they form an ocean. It doesn't happen like that. So here the totality, and in that individuality is there. So that total body, the Lord of total body, is called Ishvara, and therefore he is called omnipotent. Now we have to use the word he. Many people say, why do we refer to God as he? Or you say she, we don't mind. And as far as Hindu religion is concerned, there is no problem at all. Devis are so a goddess, so you call goddess, no problem. You say he, you say she, but actually it's not neither he nor she, not it. It's beyond all that. But one day I heard a very nice thing, interesting thing. Somebody said, why do you refer to God as he? Someone said, because we sing hymns. Hymn, Hymn, hymns to God, this and not hers, therefore. This is just for joke, okay? But I find that even new translation of Bible also coming nowadays. They say he oblique she, because they say, why should be he? Right? Doesn't matter. Because the Lord is the Lord. Whatever you say, the wielder of the total, the master of the total universe, and therefore omnipotent, all powerful, all might. In the same way, if individual is there, so total has to be there. And that total mind, the one who functions to the total mind, that's why called God is omniscient. See, these words we hear, omniscient, omnipotent. Now, when you want to know what is the difference between man and God, the best example is the ocean and the wave. Vast ocean is there. That is called Ishvara, God. And all the waves, so many waves are there, they are like the individuals. And it may be a small wave, big wave, only ripples, only a drop or whatever you say, but it is only limited only. And that limited wave cannot have all power, all strength. What is the strength and power of the ocean will not be there in that small wave. See, the difference of the individual and total is really great. Now, where the government form is of the presidential system, or even democratic, not president, but called prime minister or whatever. The candidate who contests the election, that person is a resident of that country, citizen of that country. And as an individual, he has also got only one vote. He can give one vote. All other citizens also got only one vote. But then what happens? If he is able to poll maximum votes here, then he is declared what? A winner. So all votes have come to him. Immediately the power that comes to that person. Therefore the word called president is very interesting. That president is actually resident. But that P means power. That power that comes, all the votes that have come to him or her, whoever is that, then suddenly the power increases. Luckily, God doesn't have to depend upon our voting. So that power is always. So that is called Ishvara. Of course, this topic is such, lifetime also you can just go on thinking over it. But if you have that faith and also try to think about it, then you'll find everything falls in its own place. But if you say, what call it, denial mode, then you can do nothing. I don't accept. Whatever the proof that is given, whatever evidence, I don't accept. I remember a very funny story. One man was there and he some argument with his friends, and the question was how many legs a cow has. And this man said 7. What 7? The other man said, what are you talking? Only 4. I say 7. I said, suppose then we'll have to go and ask for someone who is right. And if you lose, then he said, I will divorce my wife. So someone said, I had that. You are looking for an excuse or what? And that wife came to know that he has got this kind of. She said, what a fool you are. The whole world knows that. And then you will divorce me just for the foolish thing. He said, don't worry. There is one more clause I have added. Anyone who will say cow has 4 legs, but I have said if I accept that verdict, then I will. And I am not going to accept that verdict. Wow, what a wonderful thing. So that he also knows only 4. But whatever they say, I am not going to accept. So you don't worry. I have said, if I accept that verdict, then I will. And I am not going to accept it. What you can do then? But that is no right thinking. So whatever evidence given, whatever all that given says, I don't accept. That's why I said, why should I go on wasting my time to prove this, that? We know very simple thing. If individual is there, total has to be there. Even one drop of water exists, so you know that ocean has to exist. That itself is a proof of totality. Even one government officer, a simple officer, also has got some power, so that means there is something called total power. And that only he is delegated only small power. So from total only individual comes. Not that so many individuals come together, they make total. Are we born in the world which was already there, or we came here and then we made the world? What? You may form a company, you may form a society or to build houses and all that, but not the world. And therefore it is said, the jiva, the individual, is one who is the master of or the wielder of one individual body, mind, intellect, and therefore the power of action is limited, knowledge, all that also is limited. But Ishvara is one with the wielder of totality, and therefore the Lord, omniscient, omnipotent, presiding over actions, and also what you call the giver of the fruits of actions, results of actions. Therefore, bandha moksha pradam. If you have created such kind of karmas, only your bondage only will be there. But if you have done right way, then moksha will, liberation will be there. And Maya Prerakati, he is the motivator of the total creative power, and which creates, sustains, dissolves the whole universe. Maya Ishana Apakahu, Jana Kahiya So Jeev, Bandha Mocha Prada Sarva Para, Maya Prerakasi. Therefore, whenever the individual prays, sometimes people ask, when I am praying to whom? So a resident prays to the president. So here, individual, when you go to the temple or whatever, you pray to the total mind. Here I am an individual praying to total. And if I can get connected with the total, I tell you the power of totality will come to you. Remember, because you are connected with total. But if you separate yourself, then you become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. As long as you remain connected with that, now for example, even this thumb or the little finger, as long as connected with the total body, there is strength in that individual finger also. But if you just cut it and then put here, separated from the total, nothing. Okay, I think this is all right. So out of 5, 4 questions are out. So from the standpoint of our individual body, total body, there will be difference. But if you look at as a pure existence and consciousness as life, then there is no difference. Like the wave and the ocean, if you look at them as waters, then there is no difference. But if you look at only the shape and forms, there is a lot of difference. Now, whatever Bhagavan has said so far, he concludes in one line, and he said, now I will take up the topic of devotion. Okay? So now we come to a beautiful topic of devotion. Let us read that. Dharma te birati jog te jnana.
Dharma te virati jog te jnana.
Jnana moksha prad ved bakhana.
Jnana moksha prad ved bakhana.
जाते बेगी द्रवों में भाई.
जाते बेगी द्रवों में भाई.
सो मम भगति भगत सुखदाई.
सो मम भगति भगत सुखदाई.
सो सुतंत्र अवलंबन आना.
सो सुतंत्र अवलंबन आना.
तेहि आधीन ज्ञान विज्ञान.
तेहि आधीन ज्ञान विज्ञान.
भगति तात अनुपम सुख मूला.
भगति तात अनुपम सुख मूला.
मिलई जो संत होई अनुकूला.
मिलई जो संत होई
अनुकूला. The topic that was discussed up till now, dharma te birati jogate jnana. Jnana moksha prada veda bakhana. He says Veda bakhana, the Vedas, the scriptures, they describe, they say that dharma te birati means when people remain steadfast in the performance of their duties without their personal likes and dislikes and all that, then that gives rise to birati, means dispassion, greater and greater dispassion. Already I have told you vairagya means what? Purity of mind, objectivity, impartiality, rising above our personal likes and dislikes, then that is called as vairagya. The practical means for developing vairagya remains steadfast in the performance of your duties. Generally, we don't like our duties. The grass is always greener on the other side. The other person's only thing we like, whatever we have to do, but that should not be. Do it. Then birati yogate jnana. That dispassion, the purity of mind will take you to yoga means inquiry. Jnana yoga, vichara yoga. You start inquiring, who am I? From where I came? What is the purpose of my life? What is this world? In this way, the inquiry begins. Otherwise, you say, how I can get more money and how can I have more power, pleasure, that's what our thinking is. But here we start asking fundamental questions then. And that will take us to knowledge, our self-knowledge, knowledge of our own true self. And that knowledge, jnana moksha prada, that knowledge will liberate us from all bondages. Yesterday we analyzed what the knowledge is. Our oneness with human beings and our oneness with trees, plants, and our oneness with everything. Yesterday I mentioned about that. That is of knowledge of our true self will release us from bondages. Bondages means what? I told you some tense, past tense, present tense, tense. All tense goes away, you become intense. And then you become past, relax. When you think of relax, present, relax, future, relax. Relax. All the time you are relaxed. That's what the nature of man of liberation pointed out. Atitananusandanam, bhavishyada vicharanam, audasinyam apiprapte, jivan muktasya lakshanam. For jivan mukta purusha, for a liberated person, past, present, future, everything is relaxed. Otherwise, when we think of the past, we grieve over the past. When you think of the future, fear. And present, confused. That's all the time, that's our lot. But it's free, that's called moksha. Liberation does not mean going to heaven is moksha. We think that going to heaven is moksha. According to Vedas, there also, even if you go there, it is a temporary vacation only, that's all. You will come back. So the heaven which is pointed out in the Vedas, our living there will be temporary only. And no extension of visa also that is there. You see, here if you go, then as long as the visa is there, you can extend also and illegally staying also and all that. But there nothing, no such thing possible. They are very good at that. When it is over, it is over. Anyway, dharmate birati jogate jnana, jnana moksha prada veda bakhana. Now Bhagavan says, last topic is remaining. You see, because devotion is the sweetest and most beautiful topic, that's why Bhagavan kept it last. Generally we keep, best for the last. Don't you do that? That does not mean the earlier topic were not good. But they all are preparatory and their culmination should happen in this. This bhakti is a very, very, very strange thing. Bhagavan says, what is devotion? The first day itself I was talking to you about. Yeah, people think devotion means doing lot of rituals and pujas and pilgrimages and this and that. Some people think that action is called bhakti. Some people say shedding a lot of tears is called bhakti. And some people say devotion is only for, illiterate people and all that. Different notions are there. But what is devotion? The best definition we have found here. Bhagavan says, Jate begi dravaumaye bhai, so mama bhagati. That is my devotion. Devotion to me. What is that devotion? Which touches my heart and it melts towards that devotee. Then that is called devotion. It can be a thought, it can be a feeling, it can be an action, intention only. Even that will touch. Bhagavan says, it is not in a particular kind of action, I say the particular action is devotion, or particular feeling only, that emotion or shedding tears alone is devotion. The point is whether it touches the heart of God. No, you know that, people always ask, what is some example like, example. Or all are sitting here, some householders are there, grastashramis are there. I will give your example first. Oh, your example. One lady of the house was busy cooking because quite a few guests were to come there. Huh? And husband, wonderful, he just invites everybody. And then she has to cook, and she was cooking, or how to do this, that. She appeared little tired or hassled. A little girl, a 5-year-old girl of hers, she comes and says, Mummy, why are you worried? I am here. I will help you make all these things, you don't worry, I will help. Now you just see, the mother knows how much help she can give. Whether it will be really help or an obstruction. But I tell you that little girl says that, and mother, tears come to her eyes. She holds that child. You are the only sensible person in this house. How I wish your father also had some kind of feeling and all that. Now you see, that little girl, what is she going to do? But she said that what touched that mother was only intention. She just felt that, my mother needs something and I will help. That's all. She doesn't have to do a lot of things or anything. Even she brings one glass and keeps here and all that, that's also easy. And when all people come and all, then the mother proudly says, this little girl helped me, that's why I could do all this. Without her help, it was impossible. That is called devotion. Because it melts mother's heart. It touches it. Now I'll take an example from Ramayana story, which is very famous story. Those of you who know this story, I will only tell whatever the relevant portion. Lord Rama had to cross one ocean to go to Lanka, because there that demon king Ravana was there. And they had to build a bridge. Or some monkey army was there, huge. They were bringing huge rocks and boulders and all that, and putting in that ocean, and Ram and Nam was written on that. I'd say all the rocks were floating. That's how the bridge was built. There was one little squirrel. It's a very famous story. That little squirrel also, the squirrel also thought I should do something. Now, what that squirrel can do? You know what that squirrel was doing? Going to that waters, bathing in that water, so the body became wet, and then rolling on the sand. So some sand particles were sticking to the body. Then that squirrel used to go and they shake the body, so all those particles are falling down. Then again coming. And the monkeys were set up, what this little one coming here, coming there, So they were getting a little annoyed. And they didn't understand what that squirrel was trying to do. Wanted to participate, contribute, building the bridge. Only Bhagavan Sri Rama understood what that squirrel wanted to do. And he took that squirrel and caressed her on the back. That is called devotion. It's not how many pilgrimages you have done, how many prayers you have sung, or how many worships you have performed. Jate begi dravau maye bhai, so mama bhagati. That is devotion. And that's why otherwise many times you find so many people doing so much. But the real thing is missing there. As our Gurudev used to say that the artificial flower looks like flower and all that, but without fragrance, what flower is that? That fragrance of love is not there. So, and Bhagavan says that Bhagat Sukhadayi, and that bhakti is that which delights the heart of that devotee. And many times we do all kinds of the actions and rituals of bhakti, and all the time getting angry with God also, cursing Him also, no happiness at all, and then say, somehow I have finished every day's routine work, finished. What finished? Puja, worship finished. Bhagavan, I did my job, okay? Like a daily chore, So you have done this, finished. उसमें कोई मजा ही नहीं आया. Even when you did, you never enjoyed anything. It was very interesting. One person asked a Mahatma, how will I know that God is pleased with my action? Very interesting question. So he said, you just think when you performed, did you feel happy or not? Were you pleased with your action? Did you feel that you really did your job with your whole heart and all that? Did you feel? He said, thank you, I got the answer. And when you yourself are not pleased with your action, you think God will be pleased with your action? Because it didn't give you any joy? So when I am doing something and I am myself not feeling very happy, and I somehow have finished it, what is that? So mama bhagati bhagata sukhadayi. So in this devotion, there are three elements most important. Actually speaking, it is only just love and pure intention that itself will please the Lord, and if Lord is pleased, then whatever you have to gain in your life, you will get it. What you need, what you're supposed to get, that's all right. But otherwise, in this devotion, one element is called unconditional love. Number one, I love God not because, but I just love. That is called love, unconditional. And second is very important, called full trust in God, faith in God. That the Lord is my well-wisher. Full trust. Now in this world, in our relationships, what we find, we love someone but not trust that person. Very difficult. Sometimes we trust but don't feel that love. This person is a trustworthy person, I know. But कुछ feeling नहीं होता है. And one more thing, deep respect. Respect should be there. And respect comes when you understand the greatness of the person. When it comes to our Puja Gurudev, our master, always I say one thing, that the first time I saw him and I knew he was a great man, but even today I have not been able to understand the depth of his greatness. Every day is a new discovery. And the reverence only goes on increasing more and more, more and more. But if you think, the other person, you trusted, you loved, but they say worthless person, then all your respect goes away then. But the greatness will give that reverence. When all these three, love, trust, and that respect, they come together in full measure, then that is called devotion. And that devotion, in that devotion, a man will only rise higher and higher. That's how humorously our Swamiji used to say, he say, person say, I fell in love. He does not say, I rose in love. I fell in love. Don't fall in love, please. You be in love with someone and you rise in that love. Then it is good. Even at our worldly transactional level also, we must have that type of feeling. Because the love word, I think, is the most used and most abused, and everyone says, I love you, love you, love you. Very easy to say, but I tell you, it's not easy to have no expectation and no desires, nothing, and you just love for its own sake, not because, but in spite of everything. That higher and higher, but to start somewhere. Our love, worldly level also, breaks down. Even our devotion to God also breaks down. Why? Because we have got funny kind of idea that whatever I ask for to God, then He will give. And if you don't get, then not God. It goes away. That's not how it is. जाते बेगी द्रवमय भाई सोम भगति भगत सुखदाई. Now he says, because a question will be there, how to get this type of devotion which will touch Bhagavan's heart? How to get? Bhagavan says, जाते बेगी सो स्वतंत्र अवलंबन आना तेहि आधीन ज्ञान विज्ञाना भगति तात अनुपम सुखमूला मिलई जो संत होई अनुकूला. How will you get this type of devotion? He said, when you come in the company of such saintly people who have got this type of devotion, the best method is to come in their contact. And when you come in their contact, you will get that. It is true, if you want to start a business, whom you have to contact now? You go to a sadhu, living in the Himalayas and all that. Of course, people go there also to find out. And you want to learn music and go to a wrestler. So if you are in the company of the musicians and all that, then you get that music. The art, music, commerce, science, art, anything, you have to be in that company. So those who are rich in this love, be in their company. Their grace and blessing, you will get it. But other thing is, this love of God is so sutantra avalambana anam. Oh, this is a very beautiful statement. This love or devotion is swatantra, independent. Avalambana, it does not depend upon any other external factor. You see, whether it is our worldly love or any of the spiritual love and devotion, you just discover. It doesn't depend upon any other thing. In Hindi language, there is a phrase very famous. It says, "Pyar kiya nahi jata, wo ho jata hai." Yeah? That means what? The love, it happens. You do not have any logical process like that. Now suppose a young man says, I want to fall in love with someone. Or I want to be in love with. Now I know some 5, 6 girls. I feed in the computer, their biodata, everything. And I ask computer the analysis and tell me who is right for me. The analysis is done. Computer says, girl C is very good. But you like D. all analysis and reason, all reasoning and all that go away. Sometimes, the study class, some people are there, spiritual study class, they say, I'm a rational person. You have to give explanation. Why? But you ask, why you are in love with such and such person? No reason at all. Because one is rich, the other is poor, one is very ugly, other is very handsome and all that. And education-wise, there is no, but I don't know, I like. Why? Don't ask why, And other people keep wondering, what did you see in her or him? Look through my eyes. It just happens, right? This love is a very peculiar thing. It doesn't depend upon external thing at all. Swatantra. Why you feel so devotion to that God? Some people have that, and some people just don't. I had met one professor of physics. He is exposed to Vedanta study, attending study class, this, that, and then he told me, I want to have faith in God. But I don't know why I don't have. And I know that I should have, but hota hi nahi hai. Now what can you do? And some other person just mention the name. Even a Sanskrit literature, it says, व्यतिषजति पदार्थान अंतरकोपि हेतु न खलु बहिरुपाधीन प्रीतयः संश्रयन्ते. He says, the love does not depend upon external factors. What connects two things, two beings, is something internal, invisible. What is that force? Now the sun rises in the sky, and the lotus opens up. Now, we don't know why. And in the evening, it closes. But there is the lily flower that at night it opens up. Kumudin it is called. When the moon comes out, what is the relationship between them? Antarakopi hetu. There is some internal thing that is there, invisible. So Sutantra Avalambanana, no other support is needed. In fact, tehi adhina jnana vijnana. All your knowledge, studies and wisdom and all actions and everything depend upon love. But love does not depend upon that action. You see, you will find any action that which you love, you can have consistency in that, steadfastness in that, and hours together in that, and the time flies and you never even worry about time. How? If that love is there, the action will. But if that is not there, every moment you keep on looking at your watch. In a classroom, students' classroom, there was a clock. And down below it was written, this clock will never be stolen because all students are watching it. And you know why they are watching. There's a boring thing that is going on and all that, no interest in studies and all that. When it will be over and then I just know. The love does not depend upon action, but action will depend upon love. Practice of yoga. To remain steadfast in that practice every day, you require a lot of love only, not willpower. When love is there, the people hours together. This asana, that asana, this, that. The study of the scriptures also depends upon your love and devotion. When that is there, you just go on doing it. Tehi adhina jnana vijnana. Another thing, beautiful thing about this love. There are various paths shown in our spiritual life. Path of action, path of what I call the yoga, meditation, ashtanga yoga, and jnana, vichara, and all that, and love. They say among all these paths, spiritual paths, this path of love and devotion is the easiest one. Anyasmat saulabhyam bhaktau. Easy it is. Now someone asks, why? Because we are used to that asking question, why? By anything you say, any statement you make, how? Why? Very good answer I heard from our Gurudev. He said it is like this. Suppose there is a rich man, very rich, lot of money, wealth, capital he has. And then if he has to start any business, he doesn't have to worry for the capital, isn't it? Because it is already there, only he has to invest that capital in that. But if there is other person who has no capital, no wealth, all that, and wants to do business, then what he will have to do? First find out some investors, we're called venture capitalists. Some VC you have to come, or some people some give, or to go to the bank. Somewhere you have to go, and first you have to get the loan, capital. Then only you can start. This example I think everyone can understand, because related to money, you know. So the point is already there capital, you have to just invest. Now, in case of Bhakti Marga, path of devotion, it is the path of love. And love is such a capital that every person already has it. Right? Little babies also understand love or not? They understand? Yes. Young, old, men, women, literate, illiterate, rich, poor. Do they understand? Yes. What to talk of human beings, animals? They understand? Those who have got dogs and cats, they know. Dogs and cats also understand. Trees and plants, even they understand. This love is such a thing that is there already in our hearts. But now we have invested in totally profitless business. Yeah. Like, people that are wrong shares and wrong companies and everything, and gone. Instead of making some money, the whatever they are also lost. So, first thing is, the love does not depend upon external factors. Second thing, it is already there with us. And therefore, only we have to just turn the direction. And when we turn the direction towards that Lord, then what happens is, it just grows. Pratikshana vardhamanam. See, other share market will go down. As Mirabai says, kharach no khute wako chor na loote, din din badhat samayo. Payo je maine Ram ratan dhan payo. It's a very famous song of Mirabai. That I got such wealth of the Lord and wealth of devotion, that it goes on increasing. No thief can steal it, no government can tax it. and no share can go down, nothing can happen. Every time it goes on growing. That's what I got. So sutantra avalambanana. It is independent of everything, but other things depend upon it. Tehi adhina jnana vijnana. And it is easy because we all have got it. Only we have to turn it towards the Lord. Instead of all the time desiring for worldly things alone, you say, I say, now I want to see the Lord. Bhagati tata anupama sukha mula milai jo santa hoya anukula. And Bhagavan says, oh dear Lakshmana, this devotion is the very source of incomparable happiness, joy. And it is true in all our relationships. Whomever you love or whatever you love, it can be material things or a living being, only very thought of that, remembrance of that starts giving you joy, isn't it? If you love someone and that person is living far away and then that person informs, I am coming such a such day, you start counting. Countdown has started. And if you don't like that person, how I wish he misses his flight. And how I wish his program is cancelled. How I wish suddenly he's struck with some kind of, leg break. And his leg is in plaster and all that. So others, very thought coming. Very thought itself only gives you joy. Anupama Sukham. It is a very different kind of happiness immediately you feel. And that cannot be compared with any other kind of. So now at worldly plane, when such things happen, you just think of that, if someone is in love with God, and that thought, what joy that must be giving, I think we can't even fully even imagine also. But bhagati tata anupama sukhamula. And the best way to get it, mila ijo santo hoy anukula. You must be in the company of saintly people who are rich in that devotion. Now, having said that, somebody says, Bhagavan, where to find out saintly people? Scented people are there. Lot of perfumes. But who are the saintly people, and how we have to say something, little easier and to show and all that. So I will tell you just little today. Tomorrow we'll conclude, but one point only will tell you. Bas. भगति की साधन कहूँ बखानी,
भगति की साधन कहूँ बखानी,
निज भगति की साधन कहूँ बखानी,
भगति की साधन कहूँ बखानी,
सुगम पंथ मोहि पावहि प्राणी,
सुगम पंथ मोहि पावहि प्राणी,
प्रथम ही विप्र चरण अति प्रीति,
प्रथम ही विप्र चरण अति प्रीति,
निज निज कर्म निरत श्रुति रीति,
निज निज कर्म निरत श्रुति रीति.
Now, if someone asks from where to start and what I can do, Bhagavan says, Bhakti ki sadhana kahun bakhane. Now I will tell you the means of kindling this love and developing this love. Oh, because to some extent it is already there in us. But if you little push, then it will happen, grow. Bhakti ki sadhana kahun bakhani, sugama pantha, it is easy path. Already I told you why it is easy path. Mohi pavahi prani, and the person will reach me. And where to start? Prathamahi vipracharana ati priti, nija nija karma nirata shruti. Only will one point of this will see. Prathamahi vipracharana ati priti. The interesting point here is the means of developing love is love only. And directly, we do not even know what God is, these when saintly people are there, we don't know. But vipracharanati priti, those who are the noble people, good-hearted people, vipra means brahmanas, those who are sattvic, noble in nature, those who are the students of the Vedas and studying the Vedas, and such people you should have reverence. You start from there. And I tell you, in all our life, we come across elderly people. But if you already think, I know everything, what they can go to tell, that is not a good way. That's not the right attitude. If you want to develop this, when you meet such people who are good, noble, learned, and if they tell you something, some simple advice they may give, and you just follow that, and you see the difference that will happen. Because when you have seen that respect, that's why when we were in our school days and all that also, we used to be told, the school teacher also, you must. In the Upanishad, he said, Ye kechasma shreyagam so brahmanaha tesham toyasanena prashvasitavyam. Means when you come across with such great people, do not even breathe loudly. Because you should be so calm, quiet and all that. Don't make any noise. And prashvasita means, again you should ask, make them comfortable, offer the seat, and what else that. When we develop that type of attitude, then that can lead us to, if we cannot respect our own mother, our father, our teacher, our elders, what devotion we are going to develop for God then? If we can't see divinity in all of them, then we are not going to see that divinity anywhere. So you start from there. All right? That much is enough today. I will sing a kirtan and I have to tell something. And that will conclude before time. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Padita Pavana Sita Ram.
Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sita Ram.
Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Padita Pavana Sita Ram.
Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sita Ram.
Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Padita Pavana Sita Ram.
Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sita Ram.
Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Padita Pavana Sita Ram.
Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sita Ram.
Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram.
Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram.
Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram.
Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram.
Ram 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 Rama 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 Syabra Ramachandra ki Jai, Shri Sadguru Nath Maharaj ki Jai. Now, very little portion is remaining, the main beautiful portion, and we have got one more day, that is tomorrow. And so when you have got very good sweet with you, maybe I don't know whether chocolates or what you like, rare sweets, so you don't want to finish in one day, no, you keep it in the freezer every little. So we should keep tomorrow also for tomorrow. So some sweets, the sweetness of devotion, we'll enjoy tomorrow. Okay? Now tomorrow is the very concluding day of our this lecture series. I think when you came, you got some form or something? You got some? Some envelope and some form. Did you get? If you have not got, you will get while going, you can take. And I know you are quite used to filling up forms. Taxation form, application form, immigration form, so many forms. So this form is not very difficult. You see both the sides of that, okay? The one side, whatever that, and second is some feedback. So you should write all that. The only one column is there that you have to think and fill up. And that is, if you think that this, our organization called Chinmay Mission is doing good work, and if you want to contribute towards that, you want to give your donation, you call, in our Sanskrit language, we call Dakshina, you call it. You call gift, you call contribution, you call donation. That if you think it is a good work, it is not a compulsory thing that you can fill up and then write. And tomorrow, when you come, we'll keep the box there at the entry point, and then you put that. And we also will give you in return, that's called return gift. We call as Yajna Prasad. Prasad only we call. Now, those who are new to Chinmay Mission here sitting, because there may be someone new, that they may ask, what is this Chinmay Mission? What is what I call objective? What is a mission statement? So I would like to tell you, our mission statement is, our aim, the objective is to provide to individuals from any background, irrespective of all the nationality, this, that, all, the wisdom of Vedanta, the spiritual knowledge, which is there in the Vedas, in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Ramayana, Bhagavad, all our the scriptural textbooks are there. So to provide that spiritual knowledge, along with practical means for their own spiritual growth, inner change, because we are doing a lot to change our external things, but if inner beauty has not come, inner change has not come, all things are meaningless. It is something like, all the sumptuous food and everything, very, very nicely cooked, delicious food, the table laid down very well, but my stomach is upset. So if my stomach is upset, all that food, everything is of no use at all. Or stomach is also all right, but my mind is upset. And our mind gets upset very soon. You know how upset, the other side called setup. The setup changes, we become upset. So if my mind is upset or stomach is upset, all that wonderful food is of nothing to me. So external thing is good, but our inner thing also has to be good. So this spiritual knowledge does that, inner transformation. And then, when we have that inner growth, it will naturally manifest outside also. If I am all the time miserable, sad, only I will radiate outside, isn't it? Anyone comes in my company only looking at my face, his happiness goes away. Huh? But the thing is that if we are happy within, that happiness also will come out. So therefore, happiness you give, and also whatever service you can render to anyone, that you should do. So in short, the aim of our Chinmaya mission is individual spiritual growth and happiness, and that person should become positive contributors to society. Now, it may be a spiritual field, education field, social field, because in Chinmaya mission we have got many platforms for everything. So, whether you remain in organization and work, or even not with the mission, but you get the spirit and then work. That is the main purpose of Chinmaya mission. It was founded by our Gurudev in 1950. When he started working, then 53 the organization came into being, and now we have got our branches in more than 300 places in more than 25 countries. And more you want to know, nowadays one thing is called website. You visit our website, and someday you please visit the real site also, and then you will come to know about it. So please take a little moment and see that, and tomorrow we will meet. Now, tomorrow there is a very special concert here. Before the lecture, we will have from 6:15 to 7:15 in the evening. Our lecture begins at 7:30, but 6:15 to 7:15, very, very beautiful music concert of Western music, of violin, cello, piano, all that will be introduced tomorrow. But I would really request you all to come early, and it will be a very, very special treat that you will have. Listen to that music. And then we'll set up this and we'll begin our concluding lecture. That is what I have to say. After that, if they have to make any announcement, please make announcement. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Hari Om. Today's talk has been sponsored by the Samani family, as well as the Leicester and Nuneaton Chinmaya Mission Study Class and Balavihar. We thank our Yajmans for their generous support and invite them on stage to receive blessings from Guruji. While they're coming on stage, I would like to tell you about a few publications that are being released today for the very first time in the UK. First, a DVD entitled Walk Alone, in which Puja Guruji Swami Tejo Mayananda explains the benefits ranging from the physical to the spiritual of walking alone. Secondly, I would also like to highlight 2 new books in the Mananam series. The Mananam series is a very special series of books released to commemorate the birth centenary year from 8th May 2015 to 8th May 2016 of Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. They seek to capture the vision and the life's work of Puja Gurudev. The 8th and the 9th books in this series are being released today. The 8th is entitled Chinmaya Seva and beautifully captures Gurudev's vision and Chinmaya Mission's impact in serving people from all walks of life. This is a great opportunity to learn about aspects of the mission which we may know less about, such as the Chinmaya Organization for Rural Development and the Chinmaya Mission Hospital. The 9th book is entitled Chinmaya Vanaprastha. It explains how Chinmaya Vanaprastha Sanasthan, the senior citizen wing of Chinmaya Mission, has helped millions age gracefully through spiritual living. please do browse and inquire about these books at the Chinmayavani bookshop in the foyer. All Chinmayavani publications are discounted at 30%, so be sure to visit our bookshop. As many of you know, Chinmaya Mission UK has a variety of different wings, including the Chinmaya Yuva Kendra or CHIC wing for 18 to 35-year-olds. CHIC classes are held regularly on Wednesdays at Baker Street from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. A new study class on the introductory text Self-Unfoldment by Swami Chinmayananda starts this Wednesday, 12th August. For more information, do visit the CHIC desk at the foyer. All are welcome to join this class. If you have been inspired by these talks and would like to further your Vedantic learning, there are 2 courses I would like to tell you about taking place in 2016. Set in the beautiful setting of Chinmaya Gardens in Coimbatore, the Foundation Dharma Seva course in July to August and the Advanced Vedanta Darshan course in February provide rare opportunities for intensive study of Vedanta in a serene ashram setting. For more information, please do inquire at the information desk in the foyer. Apart from these courses, Chinmaya Mission organizes a variety of regular camps in India at Chinmaya Vibhuti in Pune, Siddhabari, and Uttarkashi. To find out more, visit our website, www.chinmayamission.com. As you leave the hall today, you will receive a booklet entitled Bodhisara, written by Puja Guruji himself. This Prasad Pustaka has been kindly sponsored by Charan and Kirtan Shah and Vedant Naubat. If you too feel inspired to sponsor an aspect of this yajna and would like to support efforts to make this knowledge available to all, we offer you the opportunity to be a yajman or sponsor a Prasad Pustaka. For more information, please do inquire at the information desk in the foyer. As Guruji has already mentioned, tomorrow's talks will start at the earlier time of 6:15 p.m. with a beautiful classical concert fusing the music of the East and the West. So please do be sure to arrive on time. We look forward to seeing you then. Hari Om and good night.